One of my favorite mantras to remind coaches, mentors, people like you is that you cannot want the result for your clients, for your students more than they do. So I cannot want your follower growth more than you do. You have to want it badly. You have to want it way bigger than I want it for you. I want you to get amazing results. Of course I do. But you have to want it more than me. Why? Because I'm going to give you 6 non negotiables. Now, you can find every excuse under the sun not to do these things, or you can just pull on your big girl pants and you can get these things done. Because if you really want to grow your followers, these are the things that are going to move the needle. These are the things that are going to be the difference between you getting thousands of new followers and you not. Yeah, and don't forget, like what I've just shown you in the earlier video about biopsychology and the fact that one trial reel just made my client £600 on the day she posted it. This is all to play for, girls, right? This is all to play for. It comes down to how badly you want it. So the 6 daily non-negotiables are post 3 to 5 trial reels, okay? Part of the success of this formula, this 30-day formula, it's not that I'm going to give you a magic hook that nobody else knows. I'm going to give you some juicy ones, but this is all about data. It's all about analysis. It's all about using the trial reels functionality to really test and then take from that test what you then sort of put through to the next stage. See it like a hurdles race. We're going to throw out some tests. You're going to jump over each hurdle. You're going to get some results. Then we're going to assess the results. Then we're going to scale what works. But in order for you to get the data, in order for you to analyze and assess what works, you need to throw out enough tests. So every day, 3 to 5 trial reels. And I'm going to show you how to cut corners, how to do things really quickly. I can post and schedule 5 trial reels in 20 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to do that, but I want you to commit that you're going to post 3 to 5 trial reels a day. The next one, I want you to reply to every comment. Everybody who messages you, comments underneath your trial reel, I want you to reply back. Now, you might have ManyChat that's going to give the first reply on your behalf, but you also might want to do a personal response. You might even want to head over to their account, watch their stories, make a comment. You might want to take things to the next level. Once they followed you, I want you to welcome them into your community. Now, I'm going to pop a voice note below this in the portal. Right at the bottom, I'm going to pop a voice note below. It's an audio file. This is the voice note that I send to new followers. It's been very, very, very successful for me. It gets a lot of replies. And when I shared it with one of the girls who was on retreat in Dubai with me last year, she literally was like, Rachel, I need to go off down the beach and I'm going to record it straight away, because she was in a period of growth. She was having a lot of new followers. She recorded it and started sending it out that day. She'd made 3 sales by the time we got back from Dubai, okay, to new people, to brand new people. So I'm going to give you what that welcome voice note could sound like, and I want you to welcome people in. Now, of course, if you look at their profile and they don't look like somebody that you would like to work with, then don't bother. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to do this to everybody, but if they look like somebody that you would love to work with, then for God's sake, let's welcome them in personally. Okay. Next one, engage with the people engaging with you. So if this is kind of the same as the comment one. If there's people engaging with you, then engage back. It's very easy, right? When we're looking at trial reels and you're seeing things like, oh, that one's got 5,000 views, 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 100,000 views, million views, that we just start seeing numbers and we get blind to the truth. And the truth is that every number one, every one follower, every one view is a human being. This is a person. Yeah. Yes, we're tracking virality and we're trying to reach tens of thousands of people, and you will reach tens of thousands of people, but never lose sight of the fact that each person is a real human having a real problem, who's really triggered by your post in a good way. Yeah, not triggered in a negative way, triggered in a really good way because they see your hook, they stop the scroll, they watch, they read, they want to know more. Yeah, we are creating activation in your audience, but never lose sight of the fact this is a real human who really needs you, who really needs your post and your work. The next daily habit is to track your performance. I know it sounds boring when I say go and look at your insights, track the data, put it in a spreadsheet. And I know some of you will be like, oh, yawn, 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 Rach, boring. Data is geeky, it's boring. No, data is the route to results, okay? Because once you understand what the watch time is on each reel, what the skip rate is on each reel, and how you can very quickly assess the correlation between a reel that goes viral versus one that doesn't. So I noticed that my reels that went ultra viral, they all had a skip rate between 20 and 25%. Anything that reached like 40% or even 50% tanked, yeah, didn't do very well. I could still get some really good views around the like 30% skip rate mark. But if you can create a hook that gets a 20 to 25% skip rate, which you will only know by looking at the individual data for each trial reel, you can get a skip rate of 20 to 25%. Trust me, you are onto a winner. So I want you to look at the followers gained, the best performing reels, the reach and engagement. I want you to track performance. And then the final habit is I want to celebrate you. I want to be able to go, woo woo, look what you've done. Look how all the effort that you've put in has resulted in this incredible result. Okay. And even if the person who is celebrating before you has got double the result, that I don't want that to mean that you don't do it, okay? Because there's something about celebrating good news that puts you in a high frequency, that puts you in a high vibe, and that becomes infectious for us as a group. Yeah, so you will be motivating everybody else, but you will also be sending a very clear signal to the universe that you are in a higher energetic frequency, meaning that you will attract more of what you want. More of what you celebrate will come back to you. Okay. If you sit there going, oh, I only got 200 views, Rach, it's not working. What can I do? If that's the energy that you're putting out, that's the energy that you will get back. If you're saying, oh my God, this one hit 300 views, I'm frustrated, but I'm excited to get one that takes off. What's everybody else doing that I can learn from? If you stay in a high vibe, then you will attract what you want to attract. Okay. So a little bit of woo there. Maybe you do, maybe you don't like me in a woo state. I am a typical strategy girl, but I do a little bit of woo as well. I'm a big believer in energetic frequency. What we put out, we get back. Okay, so I want to see you celebrating in WhatsApp. I want to see all the emojis, the fire, the flames, I often use the electricity bolt. It's like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, I want to see the celebration. Okay, can you commit for me to these daily non-negotiables? I know that you can. You would not be here if you weren't the kind of woman who commits and goes all in. Okay, so I cannot wait to see you celebrating in WhatsApp.